What up, guy? Welcome back to my channel. I was gonna try a new intro, but never mind. Part 2 of What If Deku had Miles Morales' power. Wanna know something weird? I actually shot a part 2, but I deleted it on accident. Now that was like a long time ago, so I'm not gonna rush this one because I'm mad. Because if you're a what ifer, and if you accidentally delete the what if you just make, you get mad and you start rushing things. Anyway, where I last left off, it was the physical test. I'm gonna go back a little in case I forgot something. The physical test is over, as Mineta gets last place. Did I say that? No. Midoriya. Oh, was I at the ball throw? Midoriya throws the ball 300 meters. Balko tries to attack Midoriya and gets stopped, just as Midoriya sees Mr. Aizawa's glasses. He realizes who Mr. Aizawa really is, and he reveals his identity, leaving the class to be shocked. Afterwards, Mr. Aizawa tells Mineta and Bakugo to stay after. Mr. Aizawa tells Mineta to package things and go. And Mr. Aizawa tells Bakugo to package things and go too, because it's not okay to attack students. Now I'm just kidding. It's just a little joke. He tells Bakugo that he can't go around attacking his classmates, and tells Bakugo to go. And he tells Mineta that he's gonna need to be, he's going to need to step up his game, especially when the sports festival comes, since people can transfer, and if he doesn't really do that good in the sports festival, someone from general studies can go in here. Okay? That's what he says as he goes off alone. Then he goes. Midoriya walks to the station with Ida, as Ida asks about Midoriya in general. Midoriya says that, just talks, and, Uraraka comes behind him, and Uraraka comes behind him, and they get to introduce each other. Uraraka thinks Midoriya's name is Deku, and calls him Deku, with Deku just saying okay. As Ida replies, wasn't that an insult? While talking, I'm gonna say Midoriya was researching more heroes and powers, and he learned more about Ingenium. When he said his name was Tenya Ida, he remembered there's a pro hero with the last name Ida, cause most of their names are their last name. So like Midoriya's name is actually his last. No, Midoriya is actually Midoriya's last name. So that's so weird. I don't call him Izuku. Anyway, they ask about each other's quirk, and Midoriya explains. Anyway, the three new friends walk to the station. Now I don't know if this was the day right after, but the next day, All Might comes as he says, "Whoa, heroes, you gotta." I don't remember. He says, "Well, heroes, if you want to play the part, you gotta look the part." As well, I messed that up, but he explains that they'll be doing fight training, and he presses a button which opens a door. Briefcases pop out. He tells them to get the number briefcase and head to the training rooms with their costume. Now, Midoriya's costume, is the suit he had in the Spider-Verse. Not this one. Well, this one, but without the jacket and the pants. Okay? It's this exact suit. Basically, just the spider suit spray painted over, which was terrible. Because, no, the suit design was amazing, but Miles spray painted. Okay, Miles had like 3 hours to get ready for the big event, remember? So you're telling me Miles spray painted this spider suit and wore it right after he spray painted it? And if you catch what I'm saying, you catch what I'm saying. If you're Spider-Man, Spider-Man doesn't wear anything under his suit. Okay? Except for underwear. But if you spray paint something and wear it, you realize Miles' skin should be covered in spray paint. Okay, that's what I'm saying. He did, unless he waited for it to dry, and he was under limited time, so he did not. Anyway, they go out as, you know, usually I cover this part and the USJ part all in one. To be honest, I think I'll just do a long one. No, I can't. I'm short on time. But I do cover this one and the USJ all at the same time. So they go outside and they're put up in groups. Okay? They're put up in groups. Now, the groups are called and Midoriya's with Uraka versus Bakugo and Ida. Now, sorry, I'm just doing some real fast. Anyway, now, they're standing outside as they're getting ready to go inside the building. And they're getting ready to go inside the building. Midoriya tells Naraka about what he knows about Bakugo and how he's actually really strong. The test starts as Midoriya and Uraka walk into the building. As Midoriya's spider sense tingles, he pushes Uraka out the way and takes the full force of the explosion. The explosion does not rip his suit because it's fireproof. Midoriya gets up as Bakugo wants to attack Midoriya again. Remember I said Midoriya had like web shooters. Bakugo rushes to go attack Midoriya as Midoriya shoots a web in his face. He tells, Uraka to go find the bomb. Bakugo rips off the web just to be met with another web to the face. As he tells Bakugo to follow him. Midoriya starts chasing Bakugo. They get to an area. Bakugo finally catches up. Bakugo tries to kick Midoriya, but Midoriya dodges out the way. He grabs some capture tape and tries to wrap it around Bakugo's leg, but Bakugo moves his leg, trying to kick Midoriya. Midoriya does a flip over it, and Midoriya does a flip over this, as Bakugo does an explosion with Midoriya rolling out the way, chasing him. Finally, we get to that fateful hallway. Bakugo said, "Stop running, you damn nerd." Oh, while Bakugo was chasing Midoriya, he said, "You were hiding your quirk from me, weren't you?" Anyway, Bakugo said, "Stop running, you damn nerd." Then he says, "I finally got you." He pulls back the clip of his gauntlets and lets the giant explosion loose. Since Spider-Man's powers are enhanced durability, and he's wearing a fireproof suit, Midoriya does get sent back, and some of the building is destroyed. But Midoriya gets up, because all Spider-Man has to keep this reference. Or, I think I said it wrong, but still. Midoriya gets up, as he gets ready to fight again. So, All Might tells Bakugo that he can't do that. So they rush over to each other as Bakugo explodes over Midoriya, creating a smoke screen. Even though the smoke screen is there, Midoriya's spider sense still kicks in. Midoriya flips over Bakugo. Midoriya throws a punch at Bakugo, but Bakugo dodges. Bakugo throws an explosion right in Midoriya's face. Bakugo throws a punch, punching Midoriya. Bakugo tries to throw another punch, but Midoriya dodges all these punches. Bakugo then puts his hands together to create a stun grenade, as it temporarily blinds Midoriya. As Bakugo delivers a close-up explosion to Midoriya, which, if you've ever watched those movies or video games, if like you experience an explosion close-up, like your ears start ringing and your eyes are disordered. So Midoriya's spider sense is basically temporarily blocked. Bakugo throws a few punches, kicking Midoriya, sending Midoriya back. Midoriya's on the ground wondering what he should do. He can't beat Bakugo, not alone. Midoriya looks at the window, or like the ripped part of the... Midoriya looks at the ripped part of the building and gets an idea. This is gonna be ridiculous, but just bear with me. This is the part where they both rush at each other. Bakugo and Midoriya rush at each other. Midoriya flips over. Bakugo, still with the momentum, takes a while to slow down. As Midoriya shoots two webs at each side of Bakugo, he pulls back and he kicks Bakugo off of the he kicks Bakugo off of the, he kicks Bakugo out of the damaged part of the building. As Midoriya then sticks to the wall. Bakugo's flying as he's still, in shock due to that kick. Midoriya webs up Bakugo's feet and pulls him up, wrapping him in webbing him to a wall. I'm sorry, it is sort of ridiculous. Then why did I say ridiculous so weird? Anyway, after that, Midoriya, just wraps the capture tape around Bakugo's head like a headband while he's still in the web, saying Bakugo is out. Uraka then tells Midoriya already knows where the bomb is due to Uraka telling him already. So Midoriya climbs up to that door, and Uraka sees to the window. I don't remember if there was a window, but I'm guessing there was, because there were windows around the entire room, the entire building. But Uraka's thing is to distract him. Uraka uses his quirk and floats up in the air. While Ida's distracted, Midoriya opens the window. Or, see, I don't know if he had to open it or break it, so I'm going to do two scenarios. One, he opens the window, crawls in, touches the bomb, wins. Other, he breaks the window, Ida tries to move the bomb, but Uraka's already close to the bomb. He moves it to the corner as Midoriya... No, actually, he breaks in. Ida tries to move the bomb. But Uraka had moved, so Ida has to move the bomb again. But Midoriya's close, so Ida has to keep moving the bomb. Ida keeps moving the bomb till eventually he gets cornered. And, Ida tries to kick, Midoriya. But Midoriya webs Ida's feet, touching the bomb, winning the thing. He wins the match with Bakugo really enraged. Midoriya cuts Bakugo, and Bakugo tries to attack Midoriya, but luckily Ida restrains him. They watch the rest of the matches, and Bakugo gets a feeling of, uselessness. First, he got beaten by the dude who he bullied for all his life. He got corrected by some girl he didn't know, telling him all these flaws he did, and he actually agreed with her. Then he saw this dude who he thought he would never beat. Bakugo walked out the door. Of course, Midoriya wasn't in the infirmary at this time, so it's not like he would have been running back to the class and thought Bakugo was gone. Bakugo walks out the door. Midoriya follows, asking Bakugo where he's going. Bakugo explains that, he should leave him alone. He's gonna be best. As All Might comes, quicker. All Might try to give Bakugo words of encouragement, but Bakugo just shoves All Might off. With Midoriya not having one for all, that's where that ends. Next day they're on the bus. Like next week they're on the bus going to the USJ. Oh shoot! I always skip this part. The freaking class representative. Midoriya's voted the class representative, as in the normal. If I'm being honest, I honestly don't know why Midoriya was voted the class representative. I mean, let's be honest, all he did was run away. He broke his arm trying to use his power, and he just looked weak. So, if anything, Momo really should have been the class representative. It's just Midoriya had more friends, so he still wins. Let's be honest. Momo should have been the class representative with Ida vice representative. Let's be honest. Stop. Anyway. Hey, again, if you want to, I don't care at this point. If you want to comment, then comment. Do you think Midoriya do you think Midoriya was right giving the position to Ida? Or do you think he should have gave the position to Momo and gave Ida the vice representative position? Since Momo really did have 2 points and Ida only had 1. So, that, you get it. That just didn't make sense to me. Anyway, for the whole hallway thing, yeah, the villain's broken. As people were getting ready to run rampant through the streets, Midoriya jumped to the ceiling, and he just stuck there. He then explains to everybody that this is just the press. So Ida didn't really save the day this time. Anyway, they're on the bus. They're just on the bus, sitting. As Asui asks Midoriya about his quirk. She mainly asks if it's a mutant quirk. Because he can do anything a spider can do. And usually people with animal-based quirks are mutants. Or have mutant quirks. Like, Asui. Or, Gang Orca. Or Mirko. People with mutant-based quirks. So she was just asking. Midoriya didn't have a response for that. So Midoriya just said, I don't know. I never really deeped into that. If I do have any mutants things. I mean, Midoriya says, I have some spider things on my hands. Because he doesn't know how to answer that question. Also, he just leaves it alone. Okay. They get to USJ. They meet, 13th. Now, thanks to, remember, enhanced senses. So thanks to Midoriya's enhanced hearing, he hears a little more about All Might's injury, about, having a injury, wondering what that is. But then the villains invade, as, Mazarzara rushes down. Oh, wait. Midoriya senses that somebody's coming. As, they're like, what do you mean by that? As the portals open. The villains come in, Mr. Aizawa rushes. Now, if you've watched any of my other What Ifs, I don't know this part that well. I know the boat part. I know the fight part. Those are the only parts I know. Now, season 1 has to be my least watched season. Because I've only watched season 1 like once. And I've watched some episodes like twice. That's all. Anyway, Mr. Aizawa starts fighting villains. Midoriya tells Ida to go get the pro heroes after 13th got effed up with her own power. See, I just skipped an important part, didn't I? Anyway, the people try to keep the dude from the people try to keep Kuragi from getting Ida. So to put something different, Zero and Midoriya both shot webs and gave it to Sato so he could have a better grip throwing him. After that, Kurogiri transports each student to somewhere different. You know, Midoriya, Asui, and Mineta at the boat. Now, there's no really need for explanation, okay? But I guess let's just say what happened differently. Asui still fights for Midoriya. Now, this part is actually hard. This part's actually hard. I'm gonna say I don't know what to do here. I'm gonna say Asui and Midoriya actually jump in to fight them. He actually jumps in. After one of them knocks him, their job is to fight the villains and knock them out. There's like 20 villains in there. Remember? So here's Mineta's role. If any villains are about to attack, Mineta is tasked with throwing a ball in their face. As any villain that is knocked out, Mineta throws a ball, sticking them, and then they keep throwing. That's what I'm doing. It's actually a good plan if you actually think about it. Eventually, they knock out all the villains. Anyway, I guess they get to the shore. Again, I don't know this part that good. As they see Mr. Azal getting his head smashed. Midoriya, Asui almost gets killed. Midoriya goes up to punch, Shigaraki, but then no one gets in the way. Getting ready to attack. And no one tries to punch Midoriya, but Midoriya jumps over this attack. And, and kicks the Nomu in the head. The Midoriya and the Nomu have a small fight. The Nomu's like, it's not getting hurt. The Midoriya's just wondering. Midoriya jumps up and kicks its brain. That gets a small response. But nothing else besides that. Just as Kurogiri explains that this Nomu was meant to destroy all life. As Midoriya thinks, what chance does he have? Just as he's thinking that, I am here, as All Might appears. All Might appears. As he says, it's okay, students. I am here. I will defeat this beast. All Might and the Nomu start throwing hands. Now, along that, the Nomu punches All Might's soft spot. All Might falls down. All Might coughing up a lot of blood is about to get, KO'd by the Nomu. Midoriya has to defend, All Might somehow as he jumps in the air, flying towards the Nomu. Out of nowhere. Look, I don't know what color I should make it. I'm making it gray. No, purple. Midoriya's Arachnoblast is going to be purple. Okay? So far, the only color Arachnoblast of Miles I know is red, blue, and yellow. Yellow's because in the new video game, his Arachnoblast is yellow, or Venom Blast. In the Miles Morales movie, it was blue. On the Spider-Verse movie, it was blue, and then in the Ultimate Spider-Man TV show, it was red. So, again, not many people comment on my videos, but if you're a commenter, put what color you want it to be. First comment wins, I guess. But for all, it's purple. As Midoriya gets the Venom punch ready. Out of nowhere, then he punches the Nomu. As the Nomu gets, falls down. When Midoriya rolling, looking at his hands like, what did I just do? What's this power? Of course, this is like around Todoroki, Bakugo, and Kirishima are around at this time. And they're just looking at Midoriya like they don't know what he did. Nomu tries to punch Midoriya again, but Midoriya dodges it. Trying to throw a normal punch, Midoriya's just like, that power. What was it? He's thinking this in his head as the purple stuff starts to surround his, hand again, and I'm basing this off the video game and the movie. I could really make Midoriya finish this Nomu like how he did for Kingpin. Anyway, no. He punches the Nomu, sending it back a little. Just as All Might gets up saying, "Thank you, young Midoriya. You helped me in a time of need. I will take it from here." He beats up the Nomu just like how he did in the original. Midoriya was a little far back, and Kirishima didn't really go run up to check on Midoriya since he wasn't hurt. So they still didn't see All Might. Should I make it that he did see All Might though? No, not yet. Not yet. Anyway, the Nomu, Shigaraki still gets shot. I just love that when that happens. I'm gonna say he got shot in the shoulder. I'm gonna say he got shot an extra time. Just cause. I mean, Shigaraki's backstory is sad, to be honest. Anyway, that's it. Mr. Aizawa bandaged and tells the students about the sports festival. Hope you enjoyed.